Something that I noticed, uncanny clarity and resolve. I have never been so like shaken clear. I feel like I have developed a backbone. And I am no longer going to allow a situation to confuse me unnecessarily, especially if you come from a situation where, you know, you've experienced hardship and trauma and you've developed coping mechanisms and that kind of thing to deal with it. So, you know, let's use this time to tap in and just really get clear on who we are, why we're here, etc. This energetic shift really allowed for that. The final thing that I wanted to mention was the spontaneous joy and dancing that I've had come in this week, this past strong. Yeah, so just like out of nowhere, just feeling joyful or crying even. Actually, a couple times I was crying for not no reason, but just getting like overly sensitive about something. But that also, you know, happened with the joy, like just feeling like super joyful and like, and really kind of tuning into the energy of what I'm moving into, what I want for myself, and being excited that it's coming into me, you know? Dancing, I love dancing. You know, I've just like started to just move randomly, you know what I mean? And it feels really good to move my body for no reason, or, you know, like if I hear a certain beat, you know what I mean? Like just kind of like move to it. There's been a lot more of that this past strong. So, you know, the energy is here. My reflections and takeaways. So addictions and habits are needing to be released at this time. Low vibrational habits and addictions. So for example, I had an incoming download that I'm gonna need to sober up. And intuitively, I've known this for years. Like intuitively, my higher self, spirit, you know, has been telling me to do this. I have a couple of times done it. And, you know, now I'm sort of in a different situation where I feel like my life is much more conducive to making that happen. So I'm really excited because the last time that I quit, I was able to dream so vividly. That is something that like cannabis messes with my dreams. I can't really dream very clearly. And so I'm really looking forward to dreaming again, and I'll probably be posting videos and stuff about that journey moving forward. And low vibrational habits. What are some of the low vibrational habits? People pleasing. People pleasing is low vibrational, and it's a habit that we need to release and let go of. So if you are an empath, if you are, you know, like a sensitive being, then it's very likely that you've adopted some people-pleasing tendencies because you've learned that putting others' comfort before your needs will get you what you want. And really, it's just kind of creating a reality in which you're a doormat, and you're attracting narcissists who want to take advantage of you. A lot of people, you know, people please because, you know, they have a good heart, you know, and this is what they've learned to do. But some people pleasing, or, you know, all people pleasing really is a form of, like I've learned on this app, it is a form of control. It's a way to control and manipulate the situation so that you don't have to confront somebody or, you know, be put in a position in which somebody might just abandon you, right? It's like a fear of abandonment. And, you know, those of us with like insecure attachment, or used to, that was our old story, you know, we are, we're learning to set boundaries and to be firm in our standards, and like what we expect from others and how we expect to be treated, right? And if something doesn't work for us or isn't in our, best interest at that time, then we just make it clear, you know what I mean? Like, no, sorry, maybe you say like, oh, I'll have to think about it. Oh, now is not a good time. With some friendships I've been a people pleaser, or just like with different connections. And I see how in myself, like, that's definitely something that I'm still going to continue to kind of like work through and say affirmations for, like I am worthy, I am loved, I am important, I am the authority in my life, right? So saying these affirmations to ourselves, and then like maybe writing down, like different boundaries, if I don't feel like going out, I don't go out. If something makes me uncomfortable, I communicate it, right? So just, like set the guidelines for yourself so that way you know how you're moving. Yeah. So the next habit that's low vibrational, complaining. So I was raised by Jewish grandparents. They spoke Yiddish and they used to call it kvetching. And when somebody kvetches, that brings everything down. Now, I have been a complainer, it really took traction in high school. We were like, this school is stupid. We hate it. You know what I mean? Like, we would call it cool school, right? So, and that was a way to bond, right? So complaining is kind of a form of trauma bonding. It, is the energy of shame and judgment, right? Like and it's really disempowering, right? Just like people pleasing, complaining is very disempowering. It's basically a way of saying, I just want to focus on the problem and not focus on the solution. And I get like sometimes we need to like vent and this and that. But just being like, forever being like, I hate it here. Like, I don't like my job. Like, and I get it. I've been in a job where I'm like, I don't like my job, but guess what? Nobody's making you be there. Everything is free will, right? Like, but yeah, so let's release complaining. Let's replace complaining with, say you want to say like, oh my God, I don't like my job. Like, I am aligning with the energy of abundance. I am aligning with the wisdom and the creativity and the clarity that will align me with opportunities that are for me, for my highest good. Like we need to start talking in these terms, what we want to align with. Not like, wah, 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 wah. No, we're not babies. We're full-grown ass adults, and we need to start acting like it. The last one is the cherry on top. The last one is about the energy of feeling sorry for somebody, the energy of pity, the energy of that's such a shame. We need to let go and release that. Now, I posted a video of me being joyful, and for some reason, it was perceived as, well, I mean, some of the perception was like, oh, poor Lisa. Like, oh, no, that was not the intent of the video. That was not the intent of the video. First off, it's not sad if somebody goes through hardship. Like a diamond is under pressure. Before it's under pressure, it's not a diamond. Yeah, that part. Story time. So, like I said, I went to all-girls boarding school, and my senior year, I said at a class meeting that this teacher fucked a student. And I named the teacher by name. So, a snitch did their thing. I was expelled from school a month before graduation, and 30 years later, He was outed as a child predator. He had relationships with students. It's a whole article in Vanity Fair. There was a whole independent investigation done. And meanwhile, he had sex with several students and like sexually assaulted several students. So at the time, people felt sorry for me. Oh, Lisa, you got kicked out of school. Oh my God, that sucks, right? Now I'm a fucking legend at that school. I'm a folk hero. Like, what? That's what the new energy is. Like, things that were done in secret, you know, things that broke people down, that is actually what is going to be people's come up. That is what is going to help them rise. And that is really what is going to probably be like people's, you know, struggles, people's challenges. That is really what is going to help us rise out of this, this shit show that we. Another thing I wanted to say about feeling sorry, like in the work that I do, I'm a BCBA, if y'all didn't know, which is somebody who creates programs for individuals with autism to build skills and to, you know, minimize challenging behaviors by teaching replacement behaviors. I am starting my own company, which is, I'll probably make a separate video about that. But yeah, the individuals that I've worked with, the autism community, are some of the most incredible people. They're genuine. They are funny. They are themselves, right? And all you have to do is interact with a person, let's say, who, you know, who has autism, to know that there is no feeling sorry. Like, you don't feel sorry for them. No, because feeling sorry for them, I'm putting them beneath me. When you feel sorry for somebody, you're putting them beneath you. And then you're putting yourself on a pedestal. I'm looking down on you because you have lack. No. They're just different. We're just different. I'm just different. Okay? I lack nothing. I'm abundant. I'm prosperous. I'm fucking amazing. Stay mad. So yeah, those were my reflections. Let me know what you think in the comments below.